Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Grumpy Vlogger Live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another fun-filled week of Grumpy Vlogger Live. I am here, and I'm awake, just barely. Anyways, let's just jump right into it. Let's bring in my diminutive but large co-host, none other than Mr. Art Carlson.
Yeah.
Look, it's Mr. Red himself.
Yep, Mr. Red.
Little Mr. Ed, we'll call you Mr. Red. So,
Mr. Red. That's because
Yeah.
I changed the color on my light. I was looking a little too jaundiced look.
a little too pasty or a little too yellow, yeah. So, hey, how's it going? How was your day today?
Going good. We had rain last night, and it looks like we might have rain again tonight.
We had rain last night, thunderstorms last night. We have rain all day today. It's been drizzling. It's been pouring. It's been, the old man's been snoring, all of that.
Boy.
Yeah, I'm getting tired of it. I haven't been able to, the grass is growing, can't get it mowed. And, it's just, it's a swamp out there in our backyard. Judy pulled a 36-hour no sleep thing and kept me awake the whole time, except for maybe an hour here. And I was glad we didn't do the show yesterday because I'd probably fallen asleep. Pardon me. It was just that bad. But
oh boy.
I did not get a nap today. Well, yeah, I did, because I woke up early and got up and did a couple things. It's rain. I was answering Rod Daytona. Yeah. So let's bring in our other standby co-host, the Thunder from Down Under, Mr. Dominic. Hey, Dom.
Hey, Mr. Dominic.
Good evening to you, and good morning to everybody, and probably a good afternoon to anybody else.
Yeah, it looks like you got on a winter parka. Are you?
Yeah, I know it's turned nasty today.
Has it?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. We've had. My house is going between part of the day I'm having to turn on the air conditioner because it's so hot and damp and muggy. And then when it, starts cooling down, then I have to bump the heater on. It's just like I'm back and forth between it because last night about froze to death. And then today it's like, oh my God, I got to turn on the air because it was just, well, we've been running, for the last week, we've been running about anywhere from 70 to 85% humidity. And running in the 80s, upper 80s, mid to upper 80s. It's just been, oh my God, this has been a bad year. The humidity's just killing me. But anyways, let's say hi to some of the people in the chat here. Let's start at the top. We got Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk. We got Trevor. I got my partials in, so I can't talk. Yeah, Trevor. We got Captain Joe America. We got Jody Drone Shots. Let's see who else we got. AZ Drone Dude, welcome.
That would be David.
David, yeah. Bob Casey, Max Air.
That would be Bob.
Thank you. I'm glad you pointed that. Max Air. And ArtCo. That's Max. Okay. And we got we got Mark Sullivan. That would be Mark. Yeah. I beat you to it. Let's see who else we got here. Captain Ray Kelly.
X-Wing.
Right.
X-Wing, yes. And he sent me a link to watch his he did a very good video on Anzac Day.
Oh.
And it was really yeah, it is. It's the parade and a little bit of the sunrise. It's really a nice video. And let's see, what do we got? Captain Ray, TJ is here. Mr. B.
Mr. B. Mickey McH.
Mickey McH is here.
Yep.
I love his antics. I catch Mickey on Mikey's show sometimes, and his antics just crack me up.
Yeah.
Gene.
Tammy Jean.
Tammy Jean. Wow, we got Gene Fox here. Yes, Gene Fox, Green Mountain.
Come on.
Okay.
Hello, Mark R. White, Steve Knoll. Better say hello to Droning with Jamie and Tammy Jean on my On
Okay.
Restream.
Yep. And of course,
Got
we got
Mudball. That'd be
Mudball.
was
Don.
okay. Mudball, welcome, Dawn. Yeah. Have I missed anybody? I'm going through here. There's Mudball. There's X-wing. Yeah. Good crowd tonight. Looks like
Yes. And then we
good
had
start.
new drone 4K.
Yep,
Oh
he's
yeah,
on
he's
my
it's
chat. Hello, Carlos.
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod in
Hot
Daytona.
Rod.
That would be Rod.
Yep, I've already been on the stream
Rod.
with him today.
Yeah. You need to send your positronic brain in for a checkup to make sure it's up to data quality. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to send mine in as well.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this weekend has been one of them rough weekends. Judy just hasn't felt good, and she could not go to sleep, and she stayed awake all Saturday night, and kept me awake all Saturday night, and then at 9:00 Sunday morning, she says, "Let's go down to the cabin." I said, "I don't think so. I'd fall asleep driving down there, and we wouldn't make it. So we're not going today." And then today it's been drizzle, and tomorrow. Last week, and this is part of the reason she doesn't sleep, is every 6 months she has to go in for a PET scan to make sure that her cancer hasn't changed, moved, or become better or worse or anything else. And we had the PET scan done Wednesday. It looks okay. There was a couple things in there the doctor will have to explain, but I think it's going to be okay. But you just never know. And Neil, welcome. But so that I think has stressed her out over the weekend, and it's just. And it was Mother's Day yesterday, and both the boys were over here and had a good Mother's Day. So,
well, that's good.
And
so here's a good topic. You remember that guy that that YouTuber that
Trevor
crashed
Jacobs?
his plane?
Yeah.
Now he's being charged.
Because
he may face up to 20 years in prison.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
We're jumping out of that. Yeah, that was.
Yep.
Yeah. Droning with Jamie, I see, is on here, and Mika Steve.
Mika Steve.
Yeah.
That would be Steve.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Art. I appreciate that. Anyways, yeah. That guy was I watched. I watched the video that he did, and then I watched a couple of the other guys that were, evaluating it, and it was why would somebody do that? That is just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just for you, for YouTube,
for views and clicks. Yeah.
And and it's guys like that make YouTube people look bad, makes pilots look bad, and same with drone people that do silly stuff that they shouldn't. It makes us look bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, it happens. And we don't agree with a lot of the drone rules, but we're stuck with them for the time being.
Well, how about some of the idiots that take pictures in dangerous places and happen to fall off a cliff, a building, or get eaten by some animal?
Yeah.
Or up in Yellowstone, some idiot that wants to pet the fluffy cow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's always been idiots around. There's always going to be, but to do it for views on YouTube. I mean, what YouTube's not. I'm sorry, but it's not a real job. I'm retired. I don't use this as my living. There's very few people. I said this a long time ago. It's a pyramid. It's just a big pyramid scheme. This is like Mary Kay, except on,
I think Amway would be another one you're talking about.
Amway. Amway.
They were the first ones.
The first ones got in there are the ones making it, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of us, we're just sellers buying our own product mainly.
Well, some of those top dogs, what's going to happen? Some of them are going to fall.
A lot of them have. A lot of them. I mean, a lot of the channels have gone by the wayside.
Yeah, like that idiot that crashed the plane.
Yeah, he's definitely going away.
Yeah,
he's maybe going away for a long time. Yeah, he's going to meet Bubba.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He's gonna play Here Comes the Airplane.
Yeah. And he's going to be the hanger.
Open wide. Here comes the airplane. Here comes the choo-choo. Woo,
yeah,
woo.
it's just crazy that somebody would do this for I'm proud of what I do on YouTube. I mean, it's not really, but I don't do it for a living. And I knew that was coming. Yeah. But, it's just to do it for just, here comes a big brown shark. Joe Fodoleo, welcome.
Yep.
Yeah,
Joe Fodoleo
But that's not taken away from all the good people that we've met here on YouTube. I mean, it's like my world has, is expanded, 10,000% because I know people from around the world now, and I haven't physically met them, but we see each other in things like this, and we have the occasional, we have those meetups where people come from all over to, like the South Florida drone meetup.
Yep. I got to meet a couple people in the Philippines that I've seen on YouTube.
Yeah, Camp Ray, you're right. You make we do make good friends on YouTube, and Captain Ray and the South Florida Drone Meetup and all the guys involved with that have really turned that into quite a success story, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And I would love for us to be able to do something like that here in the Oklahoma,
I'd love to do that
Missouri, Arkansas, and because Don's not that far from me, and I know there's a couple other guys. We could probably get
10 Toes.
Huh? 10 Toes, yeah, 10 Toes, and
there's several in Oklahoma. I know
Mark White says he uses Amway dry fab to waterproof your ski gear. It's not that Amway has some of their products are pretty good. Their sales there's a few of them that are good, and there's
have you eaten the Shackley power bars?
No, I've never had one.
Oh,
but
God.
They used to make it was like a Kool-Aid that in a pump bottle, and you could for doing everything. Yeah. But my aunt and uncle used to sell it years ago, and I went down there when my sister passed away back in '68. I went down and spent the summer with them while all that was being taken care of. And they had this stuff, and they sent me home with bunches of Shackley stuff because they'd had it, but they bought it just for themselves. They sent me home with, man, they had some. I love that Kool-Aid mix that they had because it just had the syrup was good for snow cones. It's basically what it was snow cone syrup, and it was great for that.
Okay.
But that's the only
we got
thing.
Lee, Yellow Rose Drones.
Lon Denard.
Yeah, Don Leonard is in the chat.
Don Leonard is, yes, that's right, Dominic.
Yeah.
You forget about that
Yeah.
And let me see. Let me do this. And there you go. Now he is blue.
Oh, he is blue. And
yes.
Dominic spelled backwards. It's Cinnamod.
Yes. Cinnamod, you're right. Cinnamod.
To answer the question from James the X-Wing, it's a Coles coffee. 7-Eleven was too far.
Okay.
It was a little bit too far.
Oh. Was it made with real coal?
Yeah.
Lon says he lives in Grand Rapids. He's never used Amway.
Yep.
I sold it when I was. I got.
Yeah, I did too.
My first ex-wife met somebody that was selling it, and I was still in the service, and it was something to, it lasted for me. It lasted about a month, and I finally said, she was all fired up about it. I said, nope.
Yeah.
And I got to that point, like, why are we doing this with trying to get all these people we know to do this? I said, this isn't, and we just walked away from it. I said, that's not for me. I also sold rainbow vacuum cleaners.
There you go. And Amway, if you remember, one of the founders was Secretary of Education under Trump.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Betsy DeVos, one of the founders.
That's right. One of the founders. That's right.
Yep.
But
we got Bill, Coast Drone.
Hey, Bill.
And God Bless America is here.
Yep.
God bless
Bernie.
America. Yeah.
Oh, we got Bernabe Sanchez.
Maddie's Drone World.
Yeah. Bill's right. Rainbow vacuum cleaners, they really were pretty nobody knows how to use them. Yeah, they are a little, unless you've been trained on them, they can be a little tricky to use, but by God, they vacuum. They really do a good job. They do suck, man, but so does their price.
Yeah.
Hello, Maddie. Yeah. Let's see. Take care of that. But welcome, Steve Knowles. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, I was young, needed, I was doing that. I think that I sold the rainbow for when I was just the beginning of my second marriage. I was still in the service, needed a little, somehow I got hooked up in that, and even went to a damn convention with them. There in Tucson, they had a big convention thing going on, and we basically had a booth. And it was like, we were just handing out cards and trying to get people so we could do cold calls. And it was like,
Lincoln hated booths.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, even Dominic got that. Oh, that's... Oh, Lincoln.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. But, yeah, we've all, probably everybody has gotten involved in one of those scams or another at one point in their life.
Yeah.
Because it seems so easy, and it isn't.
Yeah.
I sold World Book encyclopedias, too.
Ooh, there you go. Mm-hmm.
Funniest one was we had a young man come to our house, and he was selling Bibles.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. And I invited him in. And it was a study Bible, and it was a very good one. But he didn't really believe in his product. And all he had was the one that they gave him as a sample, but he was taking orders. I ended up not buying one. It was one of them summer kids come around sell stuff programs. I didn't buy it. By the end of going over with him what it all meant, because he didn't understand it all. By the time I got through with it, he ordered a Bible for himself because he wanted one for himself. I sold the Bible salesman his own Bible.
It's like and Pet, Jaybird,
Jaybird.
God bless
Lambo. Yeah, JKS Enterprises. Hello.
That'd be Leonard.
Yes.
Yep. Gene Fox, Green Mountain Droning. That'd be Gene.
Yeah,
or
that'd be
Eugene.
Yeah. Eugene. Yep.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's enough of my sordid past of selling and stuff. But
well, did you hear that diarrhea is hereditary?
It is.
It's in the genes.
Oh, it's going to be one of them nights, saying this is going to be a long show.
Yeah, 25 minutes in, and it's already It's already gone down the.
It's going down the crapper. It's running down the jeans right now.
It's like a rat up a drain pipe. I tell you.
Yeah. Mark says he thought it runs in the family.
Yeah, that's
And Lon
right.
says, not if you're quick, it's not.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Now we were talking about dumb YouTubers. I was thinking, you know what? When they have their big YouTube convention, they ought to have the Darwin Award for
Yes, I
YouTubers.
do love
Yes.
watching those.
Yeah, you
Place
could have two. You
names
could
and
have
win stupid
two or
prizes.
more sections. You could have YouTubers that killed their channel or killed themselves. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's YouTubers can be, I mean, and it's a medium, you know, it's a type of media and it's fun.
Hey, Mom,
It's-
look at me.
I'm on YouTube. Yay. Yeah.
Oh, no,
And,
man.
And people don't realize that obviously if they've watched my channel, they realize anybody can do a YouTube channel. I mean, I'm here,
Mhm.
but,
Mhm.
but this idea of, crashing a perfectly good. See, and that's me being in the Air Force. I never understood the reason to jump out of a perfectly good airplane in the first
Yeah, I was
place.
just about to make that point.
Yeah,
Mhm.
let alone one that I owned. And
And you can only
we were-
fail at parachuting once.
yeah, that's right. I was Judy and I were talking last night. She was talking about before my mother passed away. We used to take her up to Branson every year, and the last time we went up there, they have these helicopter rides. The helicopters are similar to what they had in Magnum PI, one of those types.
Oh, yeah. I flew one.
I think this one was, but this was a 6-seater, I think, because it had 3 in back, 3 in front. Yeah. So, but the guy, my mother, who was 77, I think at the time, she says, I'd sure like to ride in one of those. And she was using a scooter to get around, couldn't walk very good, and had a bad. I said, "Are you sure?" She says, "Yeah, I think I'd like to try that." And Judy said, and I said, "Well, Judy's never flown in anything." I said, "I'm not sure a helicopter is the best first time flight." And she says, "Well, if your mom thinks she can do it, by God, I'm going to do it." Okay, so we got up there and told the guy that neither one of them flown in a helicopter, and that Judy had never flown. Period. So it was one of those deals where he put her. She was the only one that had a working headset that you could talk. He had all the rest of our mics muted, but he had hers open where he could hear what she was saying. She was sitting right next to the pilot, and I was sitting on the other side. It was hilarious because the first thing he did is he takes off, and they have those platforms that kind of stand at the landing pad is kind of hangs out over the cliffs of the mountains there in Branson anyways. And he just takes that thing and does this with it, drops the nose right over the edge, and we're gone. And she's going, awesome, and having a ball with it. It's like, for her first time flying, she had a great experience. But I don't think my mother was quite as enthralled. Speaking of flying, Oz by Drone is Greg is still flying. Actually, he's probably flying right now. But he's flying from Melbourne to Brisbane for work.
Okay.
I heard. I sent him a link, in case he says, why did you send me a link? I said, in case you got 5 minutes, you just want to kill in work. But he had to fly to Brisbane. Yeah, I talked to him this weekend, and he's busy. He's making money. He's works for a cybersecurity company there in Australia, and does a lot of cybersecurity stuff, and he loves it. And he says he probably will not come back to doing a YouTube channel. He just, he said he liked doing it, but he spends so much time in front of a computer, sitting down and setting up a show and everything. It's just more, and he likes working full time now, so he's enjoying it. But he said to tell everybody hello, and
I'll take his sub.
Yeah.
All three of them.
Yeah. But he's doing good and he's having fun. But yeah, so but I sent him the text and he called me right back. And he said, "Why'd you send that to me?" I said, "Well, you never know." And he says, "Well, tell everybody that I'm flying," because he was He's just driving to the airport to fly to Brisbane. So, or however they, he should scammers pay back. Yeah, that's one thing that he does is he's dealing with scammers. He started out there as just one of the basics, the basic employee, and then he found out that all of their software that they were using and the way it was set up to run in the company wasn't functional for that particular office. So he had to go through and reprogram it all. And then his supervisor got bumped up, and he was the next. He basically was the only one qualified. There was only two guys there that were fully qualified to do what needed to be done as a supervisor. And, the other guy hadn't been there as long as he and didn't feel comfortable in a supervisor's position. So, hello, Andrew.
Hello, Andrew.
Oh, hello, Brad.
And Catskill Brad.
And
Brad, your keychain will be on its way soon. And TJ, your toffee will be on its way soon.
And I think, I don't know. I'll have to check now. I did get one of the at least one of the gift cards sent out today, and
yes, I am, Andrew.
Yeah,
because it was a top. Your Concord $2 bill was a topic of discussion again with Alexa.
What's that?
Yesterday.
My $2 bill. Yeah, she said I still haven't got it. Did she get it back or not?
I don't know. It has been a topic of discussion.
Yeah, no. And I told her, I said, I don't. You might find it hard to believe, but I don't get along with Oz. Not everybody gets along.
I sent him a keychain.
Yeah,
that was the week before.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. I got last week. I got the battle boats from
Battle Boat. Yep.
Yeah, I got that last week, but I didn't get the. I didn't.
ADS.
$2 bill, which actually I would have liked to have had that $2 bill, but like somebody said last week, it's probably in somebody's G string somewhere.
Yeah, that would be me.
Mm-hmm. Actually, to answer Andrew's question, Philly Drone Life went nearly 7 hours yesterday.
Oh boy! Wow. Oh, and he just had a birthday.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that he had a birthday.
All good people are born in May.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've got one coming up in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not. A lot of good people are born in May. I'm not going to say all.
Mm-hmm.
I have one grandson that was born the 11th. He's not good. Yeah, the $2 bill is probably stuck in a warehouse somewhere. I mean, it probably fell down. It's probably in an envelope. It fell down in a slot somewhere, and they're on.
Some
it'll show up in my house.
Mailman's holding it up. And, looks like money. Let me get my pocket knife.
Yeah. Mark Sullivan just had his yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday, Mark!
That's what happens when you mail a letter to the Philippines.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Usually they look through it and never gets to its final destination. Yeah. And guess what happens to them? They burn them.
Yes, yeah. I would. Oh, that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I was. What was it?
I'll take note of that as well.
Some real rooster suckers born in May. I always thought September was a good month,
Yeah, I'll
myself.
agree. I'll agree. That'd be the second best month.
But
Hey, what
yeah.
about
I know
James?
that. Well, Lloyd, I know your birthday's on the 27th, and I've got a friend of
Yeah.
mine who's also on that same date.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 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 And Art, yours is in January, right?
Yep,
The 17th? No? What day?
close.
Yeah, I'll get in contact.
MLK Day,
15th?
I don't.
15th. Yep.
Yep.
Oh, so I don't know what MLK Day is because I don't ever, it's not really my thing to celebrate. So
That's his real birthday, but it is what the
it's whatever Monday. Yeah.
Second
Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
it's a thing now.
Yeah.
Okay,
I hear it.
Okay. Happy birthday to your dog, Joe.
May 27th. Yeah.
Happy birthday then.
Yeah. My one granddaughter, her and her brother, he was born on the 11th, and a year later, or well, short of a year, she was born on the 2nd of May. So, they're what they call Irish twins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And we got a Jeep, a drone, and an old man. That'd be Keith.
Yeah, June's all right.
Yeah.
I think he's probably over at my channel.
Yeah.
Oh, JD. Yes, he is. JDS flying Canuck.
JDS would be over there too.
Mm-hmm.
We got we're doing pretty good. 32 people. I've been talking about doing, I'm working on this ventriloquist dummy that I'm calling Justin. Still working on it, still plugging away. Finally got his voice where
that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
I got a voice, I think.
Lips, but you can understand.
Yeah, you got to do it where you can where they can understand you. And I'm lucky in the fact that Justin the ventriloquist. No, it's going to be Justin the dummy. Because but I've got his voice down, which I'll probably.
I think we share the same birthday then. My birthday's Friday as well. So
Mickey McGase thinks he'll get drunk.
Friday.
Yeah, I see that.
It's Friday as well. So we must share a birthday.
Good for him.
That's funny. Yeah.
Oh no.
I know Don is a twin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe doesn't like. Yeah, it is.
May as well, Mickey.
It is hard on the shared streams for Fortunately, we can see it, but unfortunately, like I can highlight. Let's see who we got. Let's go look and see if everybody I'm looking at now that's posted anything is all on my stream now, so that's good. Oh, there we go. Like this. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot. 1960,
yeah,
1968 for me. So I'll be 55.
Yeah. I forgot whose show or who I posted that on, where I posted that. They're talking about, and I said they look great for 60, but they look like shit for 70.
Yeah.
And they were, or they were. I think that somebody was turning 55, and I said, well, you look okay for
right, Mickey.
75, but you look like shit for 55. And they were 55. So I can't remember who I wrote that on. Might have been on his. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So we got JDS Flying Canuck is on your channel, so
yep.
And
first, probably,
but yeah, I didn't have a lot. I never have a lot to talk about, but I managed to always do it.
Yeah.
So, what exciting things are you doing, Dominic?
At the moment, not much because it's an absolutely dreary day, which is a real shame. It was a beautiful day yesterday, and today has just gone the polar opposite. 21 degrees Celsius yesterday. It's now 12.
Oh, yeah, that's
Beautifully sunny yesterday.
like down in the 40s.
Nice. Yeah, it was just a really nice day, and then we just go, flush down the toilet, basically.
Well, you guys are in fall, so it's to be
Yeah.
expected.
Oh, definitely.
But Mike B says, "Am I a super moderator yet?" No, I don't have any super moderators.
I'm 43. Yeah.
I'm the super moderator. I'm the super.
Yeah.
Everybody walks around.
Super guest
Everybody
host.
walks around, thinking, oh, and the head wobble, super moderator with the head wobble.
Yeah. Let's see. Dominic's appearing 43 live streams. Yeah, Dominic, you do get around.
43.
Only 43. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're cutting back.
You're cutting back. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that you were live last night because I had been. Well, we had company. We had both our boys came over. One. Our oldest son, he brought over a plant to his mom and sat and visited for an hour. It was a really nice visit for her. And then our youngest son, he came over next, and he brought two pieces of red velvet cake, one for me and one for, and gave her a $25 gift card to Chili's. So she's going to be getting steak this week. I'm gonna order a steak because Chili's makes a really good ribeye. And
Chili's, Texas Roadhouse. Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have one here in Muskogee. I wish we did have a Texas Roadhouse because they make.
Oh, by the way, Casa Bonita passed all inspections, got all its permits, and they're about to open pretty soon.
Is it going to be at the same place that it used to be there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Send some of it over here, Trevor.
Yeah, because I remember going to Casa Bonita there in Denver the first time, and
still on Colfax.
Still on Colfax.
Yep.
I'm giving her the meat. Yeah, well, that's another part of the Mother's Day gift. That's later. That's for later. But yeah, it's that time of year where bugs start flying everywhere. We got these damn little gnats flying. We got flies, and
you got gnats. We've got moths. Bad this year.
We don't have too many moths, but oh my God, we got the damn piss ants. Those things, them things are invading, and I mean, I put out stuff for them. It's AdamandEve.com. You want to? Speaking of AdamandEve.com, did you know that it's illegal for them to send magazines to Oklahoma?
Oh wow!
Yep, adult magazines cannot be sent to Oklahoma.
Oh wow!
They passed a law years ago, and because I used to get what was bad. I don't know how I ever got on a mailing list, but I used to get stuff that was addressed and invariably it'd come on the same day. I know my mailman must have been trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with me, but I get one of those adult toy magazines in the mail, like from Adam and Eve. And I'd also get something addressed to Reverend Lloyd Mendenhall on the same day in the same mail delivery.
Interesting.
Like, that was just
Lloyd. You'd be perfect for Focus on the Family.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God!
Right down the street here in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, exactly.
They've had their share of scandals.
Charles Gillespie. Yes, they have. Yeah, there's.
Yeah, right, Mr.
Charles Gillespie.
You got a good point there.
Yeah.
Mr. JRC.
Now it's called AdamsAppleandSteve.com. I wouldn't be surprised.
Makes a good point.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be Adam's Banana and Eve's?
It'd be just Bud Light.
And Bud Light.
Yeah. You're right, Joe. I could not make that story up. That was, oh my God, the first.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, is the house I lived in at the time. The mailman, we'd had the same one. He retired. He'd been serving that neighborhood for years, and he knew me. He was like, one day I met him at the door, and he hands me the mail, and I look at it, and I just look at him, and he goes, raises the eyebrows, says, "Anything you want to say?" I said, "Not a damn word. I I just took it inside, and it's like, when you buy a subscription, how was it? It wasn't for adult porn. It was for the adult toys. They were sending them to everybody. I never did know how I ever got on their mailing list, but in Oklahoma, they'd get hold of a mailing list somewhere and they'd send them to everybody. It wasn't for like Penthouse or Playboy or anything like that. It was for the adult toy store, and I'd never been to one or ordered from one. It's just I got on it and it's like, oh, that's interesting.
Never wear a butt plug for a CAT scan. Did you hear about that? Some guy is suing the manufacturer because, well, it says on there all silicone. So this guy had a bright idea to wear a butt plug to a CAT scan, and the CAT scan shot right up into his abdomen because it had some metal in it.
Oh,
yep.
You're right, Lon. Yeah,
it wrecked him bad.
Sounds like a pain in the ass. Yeah, it wrecked him bad. Oh my God. I was reading. Yeah, you're right, Lon, and that's really the sad thing about that. But yeah, Oklahoma. God, I don't know, about 15, maybe 20 years ago now, they outlawed the sending of adult-oriented stuff through the mail. Now, they can send a subscription magazine like Penthouse and Playboy, providing it has the wrapper on it. It has to have a complete black, solid, sealed wrapper. It can't be just a paper sleeve. It's got to be sealed. But they can't send out adult. And you can't order that stuff through the mail either. You have to go to a toy shop. Yeah, you can't order it here in Oklahoma. Let's see, you and wife are consenting adults. However, you get whoopee going on nobody else's business. This is true, but as I tell people, we live in the buckle of the Bible Belt. Yeah. For every bar that we have a church to go with it. Literally. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We have 2 bars on one side of the street, 2 churches on the other side. It's a very, and we don't have, we just found out Grandpa's addicted to Viagra. Nobody's taking, oh my God. Yeah. There is UPS and FedEx, and I don't know what their rules, but I've never ordered that stuff through the mail anyway, so I wouldn't know. I just know that they did, and they may have rescinded it, but I've never gotten any of it.
Oh.
There's 49 churches in your county. I'll bet there's every bit of that in Muskogee County. We've got, and we've got them all. We've got Methodist, Presbyterian, we got Southern Baptist, we got a lot of them. What surprised me, I see more Southern Baptist or Baptist church here in Oklahoma than I did Pentecostal churches, and I really expected the ratio to be different. But
well, Hunter Biden, he's a Crystal Methodist.
He's a Crystal Methodist, yes. So it's a very hypocritical place, just like here. Yeah. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people that they go to they go, what's that? Dad jokes. Yes. Yeah. Art's doing his adult dad jokes tonight. Yeah. So.
And on another topic,
Yes.
Have you seen these tattoos people are wearing? It's a semicolon. You know what that represents? It
No.
has something to do. Let's see, where is that? Sean Oz. My sister was talking about it the other day, and a semicolon tattoo is a tattoo of a semicolon punctuation mark, which is used as a message of affirmation and solidarity with those who have dealt with suicide, depression, addiction, and other mental issues.
Right.
Okay. Well, I can. All right. That I
I
can.
can get behind that.
You know,
Mhm.
can't gripe about that one. No, that's true. I know it has something to do with somebody they paint one of their uh, thumbnails black.
Yeah.
I think that has to do with that too.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
You know,
Did
because
not know that.
you see, yeah, you'll see it on guys. They'll have like one fingernail or one thumbnail or something painted black, and it has to do with
Mhm. Hey, Ben.
mental illness awareness or
Right.
something like that.
We got Ben Cartwright. That'd be Ben. Mhm.
Yes,
Yep.
and we have B-Rad Alston River Cities.
B-Rad.
That'd be Brad.
That would be Brad.
That would be Brad. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Art helps me keep track of this stuff, guys. You know my memory.
Yep.
It's just, but
And
yeah.
and the pet, pink waving.
Yes. She's he, she,
She, I think it is.
they.
She's one
Huh?
of Margie's friends, I think.
One of Margie's friends. Yeah.
He comes
A
over to my
tattoo.
channel
a lot
sometime.
too.
He's Oh, that's funny.
I thought a
Solidarity.
semicolon is somebody who had diverticulitis.
I've been down that road.
Oh.
That's not a joke. I tell you what, that stuff is. Oh my God! It put me
my
in the hospital.
dad had that.
I was in there. I was in the hospital for 5 days because of it.
I was too. Well, what
Mm-hmm.
happened was I ended up with diverticulitis, pneumonia, and dehydration all at the same time.
Oh boy.
God.
They had,
Bingo.
yeah, they had to cath me to get it to drain, and of course, it was nothing but it was black. I mean, coming out,
Ooh.
and
Oh,
my colon
sounds
was
like
kidney failure.
blew up.
Yep. Now they catheterized my bladder because that wasn't working, and it all started initially from the diverticulitis and a cough. Both of them seemed to hit at the same time. Developed pneumonia from laying in bed. Then my kidneys went into failure. I was running 105-degree temperature, and it was. They had me hooked up to 6 different bottles. One, they had 2 lines, one in each arm, and had 3 bottles running into each of them. Steroids, antibiotics, liquids, and it was, it's the sickest I've ever been. I never want to go back.
My dad
It was
had
18
it,
months ago for me. I don't want to do that again.
he ended up on the operating table.
Yep.
And
Chris Hope.
As soon as
I've
they
got a
opened
30
him up,
centimeter.
his intestines blew up on
Yeah,
him.
I've got a 30 centimeter incision on my stomach.
Yeah. There's I was lucky that mine was close to explode, and they got me in there and started getting me on some heavy duty antibiotics and got me. It was, like I said, I have never been that sick in my life, and
no colostomy bag for you.
No, I don't have that at least.
Yeah. Now we've reached the old men talking about medical issues portion of the show. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you want to see a real live drone show, top of the hour is Drone Nation, and I'm sure they'll talk about drones.
Yeah. And they won't talk about Philadelphia sidecar.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't look it up.
I won't.
Okay. I won't. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Because Dom did look it up, and he was about to tell us, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. I didn't see either one of your shows this weekend. I apologize. I just This was one of those weekends I just couldn't.
Like those.
I did watch part of your show, Art, I think. Did I
Yes,
comment?
you did.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, you came in for a bit.
Have the Avada flights have not been going because we've had either high wind or rain,
Yep, same here.
or it's been too damn hot for me to get outside, and I'm
Well, you
the
can
humidity-
fly it in the house.
yeah. Well, we don't want
Scare
videos
those
of
little
that.
dogs.
Yes, yeah. I'll tell you, that especially Bear. He's fly low. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What was I going to say now? I forgot. That's the way my mind works, or doesn't work. I get sidetracked. Every time I look at.
Yep.
That's me right there. Crickets chirping.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think. There was something I wanted to talk about tonight, but something that was in the news today. I can't remember now.
Oh, how about that town hall?
That I've seen snippets of it. Yeah, that's kind of upset a few people. Yeah, a few people got a little.
Yeah, we can talk about that next Sunday.
Yes, we can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, there's the. There we go. Squirrel.
Yay, squirrel.
There he goes. Yeah. But
Ben, you spelled Chihuahua wrong.
Yeah.
That's
It's not Chihuahua.
I don't know how to spell Chihuahua either, and I own two of the damn things. I have
H-U-I.
Chihua. Chihuahua.
Chihuahua. Should be C-H-I-W-A-H-W-A-H.
Yeah. H-U-A does not.
Or W-A-W-A.
Yeah.
Now,
Chihuahua.
I've seen some, remember back in the newspaper when they would sell pets?
Yeah.
Somebody said, baby Chihuahua. Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to save on.
Or wind up dogs for short. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Trevor. Wind up dogs. Yeah, that little sucker, he gets wound up, and he has this. He's very the male. He's a year old now. He's very insecure, so he thinks that he's got to bark and attack at everything so they won't bother him. And so when my oldest son James comes over, he won't go out the doggy door. I have to put him out, but he just started getting. He's paper trained, so it's not been a problem, but he just has not done well with the outdoors. His little sister, she just goes crazy. But so he came over yesterday, and I told him if he didn't settle down, because he was he literally screams at James when he walks in the door. Something about him, and he won't settle down. So I picked his butt up and I put him out. I shoved him through the doggy door and shut the hard door on it where he couldn't come back in. I left him out there for a little while. So I opened it up. He come running back in, runs up, jumps in bed, and laid down and kept quiet the rest of the day. And then, and he kind of like he was going to growl, but then James, I just point my finger to him and he'd shut up. So then James leaves, and then Pat comes over, and he starts the same thing. I pick him up, throw his ass out through the doggy door, shut the hard cover on it so he can't come back in. And it was just sprinkling just a little bit, so he found out what a little rain is about. So I left him out there for about 2 or 3 minutes, 5 minutes maybe. Finally went back out there and opened it up. He come back in, he got up in bed, and he was good the rest of the night.
Oh.
And he's
now
finally
can your Avada pick him up?
No. The little girl maybe, but him no. He weighs about 7.5 pounds. He was only supposed to get to 6.
He needs a Phantom.
Phantom, yeah.
Or
Phantom
Inspire.
Probably Inspire, yeah. He'd freak out.
I heard about that shooting in New Mexico down in Farmington. Several people killed. Cops
Really?
injured. Yep.
Really? When was that?
Gunman
Today?
is DRT. So that's a
Dead right there?
taxpayer relief shot.
Oh, okay. When did this happen? I didn't see it.
Today.
Today. Okay, another one. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why Farmington, New Mexico? I mean, what in the hell is in Farmington that they'd want to get pissed off about?
Exactly.
Because it's close to Utah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be pissed off.
No problem, Chris. Yeah, I just got a message here. Yeah, I'm thinking Farmington. I mean, that's like
it's a pretty town. I've done a comedy show there.
Yeah. I was looking at Captain Joe America's. We had a Chi Pom, a Pomeranian Chihuahua mix, and he was a pretty good dog. But we have the two Chihuahuas, a male and female, neutered male, I should say, and female, and then we have the Pomeranian, who's the oldest dog. I think he's 11 years old now, 11 or 12. And he acts like a puppy. He gets down there and runs and plays.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, teeth are good.
We got Chris Hope.
Yeah, you're right, Lon. You're really right. And that's hello, Gary at Rant Aerials. That's the problem. There were shootings like that for years, but it just didn't show up in the. We didn't have instant cameras. I mean, this thing right here. This is a full media device. I mean, you can film, you can do live, and let's see.
Yep.
Yes, we have a they/them dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't want any. I didn't want the brother getting hold of the sister, and don't need any inbreeding in dogs.
Yeah, there you go.
There's enough people
it is
in the next state over. I was going to say there's enough people around here. We don't need any more of that.
Yep. Hey, they even have problems in Delaware.
In Delaware? Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But we got 30. Okay.
Yeah.
We got 30
and
likes.
We got,
excellent.
Well done.
Well done. Well, Gary, got to give. Yep, we got 30 likes. Got to give Gary credit for that. He likes to come in and get those. So, and it's now what time is it? It is 7:58. So it's time to start winding down.
Yeah.
So everybody can run over and watch the Real Drone Show.
Real Drone.
X-wing. That's a touchy subject. Yeah. We could be here for a while. I personally, I am a gun owner. I carry a concealed carry weapon with me at all times, well, except in the house. But my gun is got one between the pillows and one on the nightstand. So we've had some. Yes, God bless America. I would say because unfortunately, I live in a state that is a constitutional carry state. So. Bob, you're right. I mean, the problem is if they would enforce some of the other laws around it, they wouldn't need, because I guarantee you 90% of these guys that are getting these guns are not, and we had a lady one time here in Oklahoma about 4 or 5 years ago. She was at a college. There was a parade up there. And she decided she was wanting to end it all, or she was pissed off at the world. And she just got in her car and drove right through the parade, killed 6 people. And with an automobile, but they didn't outlaw the automobiles.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
or knives, or bats, or hammers.
Exactly. And we have, we're fortunate in the state of Oklahoma that it doesn't have the divide that a lot of the country does. We have a lot of respect for everybody. We try not to push. Now we have politicians are politicians. It doesn't matter which side they're on; they're going to push their agenda. That's that. We understand that, and we move on. We try to find a politician that believes in the values that we believe in, as at least I do, and most everybody I know does. And everybody does their thing. They don't expect you to. You don't have to like it, but you have to respect it. And that's what we do in Oklahoma. We're good about that. And when it comes to these gun laws, we've got some pretty. Oklahoma gun laws are pretty laid back.
Good point, Ronnie.
What's that?
Yep.
Politicians.
That's right, Ronnie.
Both changing for the same reason.
Yep. You know who said that?
Who said
believe
that?
It was Mark Twain.
Oh, okay.
One of the most okay. Let's see. We also have.
It's a very tough topic.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's going to be very divisive because you're going to have people on both sides of the discussion think they're right, and there is no right answer.
Yeah. I mean, we have there's always room for improvement. I think if they improve some of what they already have, instead of adding new ones.
Yep.
Yeah, I support the Second Amendment, and
Yep. So do I.
Yeah, I will, Bob. I'm going to start posting, start running some of those campaign videos that I had from 2 years ago. 2 years, 3 years, 3 years now. But
yep. Oh yeah, that's right. 2020, this is 23. Yep.
Yeah, we do live in Oklahoma is first off. We've got a huge amount of Native American influence here because we've got. I mean, shoot, I didn't know it, but I live on a reservation. And it wasn't until the McGirt decision. And everybody said, "How do you feel about it?" Didn't affect me. They haven't come. They're not charging me extra tax for it. They're not. I didn't get anything for it, and it just has to do with the legal standing. So we have a governor right now. He's one of those that just likes to look for enemies, and he goes around pissing everybody off. But I guess he's a conservative, but he's like I was telling somebody the other day. We're talking about. I was talking with my son Pat, who both my boys are conservatives, and in their politics for the most part. But we were talking. He said, I said, listen, son, our governor may be a jackass, but if he follows more or less your point of view, then well, okay, he's our jackass. We had one governor, a female governor, that she about destroyed our park system. At least with this one, we're getting all of our parks their state parks are being, rebuilt, upgraded. But she actually was trying to shut all of our state parks down.
Oh boy!
And it was so bad that even the outhouses were had literally gone to shit. I mean, it was bad. They've gone through and built new shower houses and bathrooms and stuff, and they're really doing a lot of upgrading. And in this part of the country, there are a lot of. We have 3 main lakes around here within driving distance, and they've all got great camping areas. And this governor currently is doing a lot to upgrade that stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Of course, a lot of it had to be upgraded anyways because it all got flooded out in 2019. So, we had that big flood then, but. And like X-Wing says, and Dominic, you said, there is no right answer for any of this, Best we can do is get by.
Just tolerate each other.
Yeah, they do way to call
my opinion's different to yours, so be it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't try and change my opinion, or don't hate me for my opinion.
Yeah. You know, and I used to get wrapped up. I used to get wrapped up in a lot of that stuff with people, and I discovered it does nothing but hurt me. It doesn't, because at the end of the day, there's a correct answer on a personal level for every issue. There is. Every person has,
what it is. But,
and
I'll tolerate anybody else's opinion. I'll say that's your opinion. Let's just agree to disagree.
And
I've heard over it.
You know, and that's what I've said before, because there's so many. YouTube is bad about side taking and stuff like this, you know, and there's this animosity to bills because whatever reason, it doesn't matter. As long as I'm not personally being hurt, then I don't have a problem with it, you know. And I've tried to make it a point of never. I mean, I have had to. At times, I used to get pretty personal and involved with some of these different arguments, and I found out that it's not conducive to my own good mental health and everything, because, you know, the thing about, I read this a long time ago, the thing about hate is it keeps you, to hate somebody, it keeps you in an emotional relationship that you don't want to be in. You know, it's just that simple. And I'm to the point, I'm just too damned old to worry about that shit.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't give a damn anymore. As long as they're not in, you know, I'm going to vote for who I'm going to vote for, and I'm going to support the channels I want to support. If somebody in another channel or on another web page or another web does something I don't agree with, I might send them a text and say, you know, that's a little harsh, or that, you know. But I'm not going to go out of I'm certainly not going to take my time and go out of my way to put them down for it, because they might think I'm an asshole. And to be honest with you, I usually am. You know.
Well, Lloyd, we're past 7 o'clock.
We're past 7 o'clock. Yeah, we're
past gone live.
Right. Yeah, you're right, Lon. Our best. Well, I put Lon Denard, and I just threw them together. I meant Lon. Our best national trait was our rugged individualism.
Yep.
You're right, and that is something we've lost.
Yep.
You know, and unfortunately, the last thing on this subject that I'm finding, I had thought that when they made all of this cannabis legal and everybody could smoke and toke whatever they wanted, wherever they wanted, the people would mellow out. But for some reason, people have become more bitchy in life.
Correct.
Yeah. What's with that? Anyways, that's my comment on that. Obviously, it doesn't work. So anyways, guys, I'm not going to do the timer thing. We've already gone over. So thanks everybody who showed up here. And I appreciate you putting up with my silliness and nonsense. And I will see you guys here next week. Art, anything exciting this week in your show?
Hopefully we'll have some good weather and I could do some flying. I had a gig, drone gig yesterday that got washed out. And it was a holiday. So hopefully next weekend I'll get to do it.
Okay. All right. All right. Good. And Dominic, you'll be on a show somewhere, sometime, some part of the day or night.
Or I might even set one up on Friday for my birthday. So
there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Possibility of that happening.
Okay.
All right. Well,
that's the only thing coming up this week is my birthday. And happy birthday to Mickey McH as well.
Yeah, happy birthday to you and to Mickey McH. Yes.
Yeah. And Dominic.
Yeah, maybe if we did, we'd be a lot more mellow. Don, we don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee. That song is such a laugh. Anyways, guys, thanks for spending time with me and Art and Dom. And I will see you guys somewhere in the chat. And I will see you here next week, same time, same bat time, same bat channel. Anyways, everybody, take care.